Last week, we took the sanders and grinder out and started taking off the bottom paint on It's the Truth. We completed our goal, plus some more while finding some issues as we took the paint off. This week, we start to fix those issues and make the boat stronger than she has been since I've had her, and ever since some crappy repairs had been done on her. We also step out to enjoy Puerto Penasco and all it has to offer, including some free tequila. We are Liz and Rui, sailing on a 1982 Cal 39. Join us each week as we sail into the unknown and see what amazing things can happen when we let go of the mustn'ts and believe in the power of adventure. Alright, so it's Sunday. Last kind of really hot day where it's just not worth it to work on the boat. So we decided to come down, spend the day on the beach. We haven't been down here before, so came down to check it out. Got everything.
You're gonna see what the Puerto Penasco beach has to offer.
Yeah. This is a huge beach. Yeah, it's pretty nice. You can see how high the tide comes up too, right?
Yeah, I'm sure it pulled up pretty high.
Looking forward to getting in the water, cooling off a bit. Although it does feel a lot nicer on the beach with the breeze. Feels like 10 degrees cooler than from at the boat. You happy to be at the beach?
We made it to the beach.
Yeah. Much better than in the marina, eh?
In that crazy, dirty boatyard.
You go for a swim?
Are we gonna go for a swim? Yeah, in a minute or two.
Yeah. That was so nice to be in the ocean again. So nice to go for a swim. The water is so much warmer than it was when we were up here in June or May. And there's this, yeah, I realize how much I miss being in the ocean and being able to swim. Should have come here a few days ago. But yeah, this is awesome. Awesome perk being so close to the marina too. Of course now it's going to get a little bit colder, but if there's any more hot days, this is where we'll be.
Yeah. I think this is a really, really nice place, and yeah, on hot days when we can't work, we'll just come hang out here. Like sit on the boat and do nothing.
Or on our day off, we're going to have one day off a week, right? Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, of course we will.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll have lots of beach days coming up.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, all these campers, they have all their RVs and they hang out on the beach. There's also another RV park down there. But yeah, pretty nice view for these guys. The next day, we got back to boat work, and Rui continued to grind out the gel coat where we had found some cracks forming.
I feel okay. It's maybe this boat's a one-off. Maybe this one had a lot of problems and somebody's given it a coat of fiberglass over top of all of the bullshit that was going on and made her look pretty. Because I've never seen a boat like this with fiberglass on top of gel coats, and underneath, once we go through it all, a lot of filler and a lot of osmosis that was covered up. Just yeah, I guess it's a boat. We just never know what you're gonna get. It's and this is the kind of stuff that nobody's gonna know with what's covered up. Somebody covered this up pretty decent. Boat looked decent, but she's got a lot of issues. And we will fix them up best we can.
Yeah, as you can see, it's a little worse than we expected, I guess. Kind of shitty. You have a boat you love and it takes you so far, but then you do some work and love to it, thinking it's just easy stuff, and then you find what we found today. Not the greatest feeling in the world, that's for sure. We dug out a lot of the bad repair that was done along some of this osmosis that we've already dug out.
And it had 1.5 inches of filler on top of it.
It had all this filler on top. And it was just on top of the original fiberglass. They never really fixed the osmosis issue. And then here, the osmosis was pretty damn bad. All in here. You can see on this side it wasn't as bad. But we're trying to be careful as far as how far deep we go. We're probably just gonna make some filler with some fiberglass strands and fill it in here so we don't end up grinding through the whole boat. It's kind of a bummer. Is it fixable?
Everything's fixable. It's fiberglass.
It's fixable.
Sand and fiberglass. Sand and fiberglass.
Just a bit bigger project than we anticipated. I guess at least this time, this way. If anybody buys the boat after us, it'll be done right. They won't have to deal with these same issues. But yeah. I need an uplifting day. Uplifting day, right?
Yeah. One day.
One day.
One day at a time.
Alright. Let's get back at it. Alright, so what are we doing today, babe?
Today we are starting the fiberglass. It's going to be fun. Mix resin and get covered in the stuff.
Yeah. There's a lot of fiberglassing to do, huh?
It's not that much. It's not a whole boat. It's certain areas. There's still a bit more grinding to be done, but we're going to start to add fiberglass where it's needed.
And build it back up from where we kind of dug out the osmosis that we found along the bottom of the boat, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, another fun day.
Fun day, fun times. We'll be adding in, we'll start with 2 layers to build it back up because we had to definitely grind off a lot of product that was on here.
Yep.
You can see the fiberglass here came from this side, it came from this side, but then this white section here is probably the gel coat underneath. And everywhere across the center of this boat, whether it's back here or in the front, the whole bow, it was just about 3/4 inches of filler. and it all cracked. There was no fiberglass mixed in it, no fibers. It was just basically Bondo that they used to shape it out, and with time it dried up and cracked. There was all cracks throughout the whole thing. I'm happy because at least it's not structural and it's just cosmetic. So we'll be building all that back up now with fiberglass. So it's a lot of layers of fiberglass and a lot of sanding to put it back to the way it was.
Yeah, to give it the shape it was again, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there was a lot of grinding out, as Rui said, and it's obviously along this point that we just showed you, and then also along the bow. And whether it was a previous repair, we're not sure. It's just very odd how they did it. So we are, to prevent it from cracking again in the future, like it did this last time, and prevent us from having to do all this work again one day. Rui has been fiberglassing. We're going to fiberglass around where it's just filler and just make it strong. And then once that's all sanded out, then we'll put the barrier coat on top of that. But yeah, there is a lot. So
Minimal Bondo.
but then this area, and this is what I'm gonna fill in here, where we ground out some of the osmosis along here and fill that back in. This is where the shaft comes out. And then also fill in, I just washed the boat a little bit, that's why it's dripping, but fill in here as well and just make it all strong and secure again. So yeah, the joys of fiberglassing. Lots of fibers, lots of epoxy or resin. We're actually using vinyl ester. We're using vinyl ester to fill this all back in. Good and strong and quite waterproof, so we're hoping that it does the job well.
Yeah, hopefully it sticks so it doesn't peel. Hopefully it all sticks really well to what's there and doesn't peel. We are cleaning it with acetone before we fiberglass and taking all the precautions that we can.
Yep.
And not too much hardener so it's not too brittle. And it's it's taking overnight to dry when we do fiberglass. We've tried a few test patches. It's not gives us good working time. We get about 20 minutes, half an hour of working time when we mix a batch.
Yep. It's like a big science experiment, putting the hardener into the vinyl ester.
You gotta be a chemist.
Can you hold the brush?
Mixing stick.
Free from the yard. So you just mix it around to activate it, yeah?
Yeah, the resin will go from purple to brown. That way you know you got it all mixed in.
I don't see the color there. Now, yeah, it's definitely not as purple.
Está mixed. Now there's no turning back.
It's all good from here. But like you said earlier, it's just not cooking as fast, so we have time to work with it. Relatively, yes. Shouldn't jinx ourselves. Just using the brush to get it all the bubbles out. Get it stuck up in there, right?
Yeah. If it will work.
Huh?
If it wants to cooperate.
Looks good. Let's go. So yeah, just painted some resin on there, get it stick before we put the fiberglass, which is soaked in resin. Nice gooey job. Can I do anything? Also not the easiest job to do upside down. Gravity works against you.
Yeah.
We carried on doing this all along the bottom of the hull. We used different types of fiberglass, but found 1708 worked the best for this application, where it wouldn't stretch out after being soaked in resin, and gave us the ability to place it where we wanted to on the hull. It's a messy job, but we took our time to make sure we got any air bubbles out and made sure it was set in place to cure well overnight. Fiberglass, woo! Nice strong bottom. This is the worst part. It's like Marie said, it's constantly fighting against gravity because everything's supposed to come down. We're upside down. This is why when they make boats, they flip them the other way. Easier to put fiberglass on them.
The smart way.
The smart way. You don't fiberglass a boat from the bottom up. That's not the smart way. But we did it.
We got one layer on. Now we got to do like another 10 on top of this.
Well, we're refining our skills, right, babe?
What a mess.
Well, it'll get better. How many more layers?
Well, it depends where you want to take her to.
Build her back up.
Build her back up. It's going to require quite a few more, but it's all about strength. The rest is all about looks, and we really don't.
As long as she's even, right?
Yeah, and she's going to look really good, trust me, if I have anything to say about it.
Riri's a perfectionist, which is a good thing when it comes down to this stuff.
Yes and no. This might mean you'll never be finished because there's always something to improve on.
Alright, well, some fiberglassing done, a lot more to go. Yep. Not much else to say. Muertos, and so we We loved getting to experience Dia de los Muertos for the first time. What an amazing way to remember those who have passed. Everyone seemed to be joyous and happy as they remembered their loved ones.
Tequila in your life that I know of?
Hold me, hold on. You get the money.
Is it tequila or is it that fire water?
Mezcal.
It's actually not bad. Alright, free tequila. Can't complain.
Should we tip?
Yeah, right?
I know. Where do you tip?
I don't. You have the pesos. I don't
No.
have my debit card yet.
You got the wallet, right?
Oh yeah. Okay, I will. But let me just.
I've got free tequilas.
Salute.
Salute, salute, salute.
That's one way to start a night.
That's not bad.
We already did his first shot of tequila, second shot of tequila. I've seen him do. Good?
I've done lots of tequila in my life, baby.
Okay.
Join us next time as we continue making our boat stronger than ever. And Ruri adds boat builder to his resume. He really does an amazing job shaping the boat after all the fiberglass we added. Until next time, cheers!